はい正面に礼目装正面に礼I started Kyokushin karate when I was 15 years old. It was a long time ago, and I think basically there are two reasons that I started doing it. First one is, of course, my uncle Makoto Nakamura. He's a two-time world champion in Kyokushin karate, and I got direct influence by him, and then that's how I started Kyokushin. And also, second reason is when I was a kid. There was a time that I was bullied by my classmates through the elementary school and high school. No, actually, elementary school and junior high school. And I got this aspiration to be strong so that I could actually fight back. And my parents encouraged me to do karate because that's when the time that my uncle Nakamura Shihan came to my city, Kobe, and open up his dojo. So that was a perfect timing. When you do this one activity for a long time, such a long time, I think there's no particular reason to keep you going. I think you just like it, and I like every aspect of this martial arts, and it just keeps motivating me. Because the karate activity always trains your mind and body at the same time. So it always gives me a challenge and opportunity to train hard and think about techniques that you learn at the dojo.
The world-famous sports of judo, kendo and karate belong to the Japanese martial-based arts known as Budo. Budo sets much higher goals than ability to win in combat. Polishing technique through constant training is the path to perfecting one's character. The arts we know today as Budo developed from mental and spiritual training systems used by the samurai. This heritage is most clearly seen in the more traditional martial art of Kobudo that still teaches deadly techniques using both blunt and edged weapons. Some Kobudo schools trace their roots back over 1,000 years. These old sword-fighting techniques form the basis of today's sport of kendo, while bare-handed methods of defeating an opponent developed into judo. A notable characteristic of Budo is its stress on courtesy and respect. If you don't show respect for your opponent while training, you'll never improve your skills and advance. We must always train in a spirit of equality as partners. Start with a bow and end with a bow. Before any match in kendo or judo, you always bow to your opponent to signify your respect. When the match is over, another bow shows continued respect no matter who won or lost. Even in its modern sports aspect, this Budo tradition is closely followed. At the end of a match, you will never see the winner indulge in a big show of joy. In Budo, expressing delight in victory is disrespectful to the loser. Those who follow the path of Budo value strength of spirit and character, honed through long training, far more than the ability to defeat an opponent. There's no such thing in this world as a perfect human being. All we can do in this life is to strive to improve ourselves as much as possible. Budo training is designed to strengthen concentration and willpower. In many Japanese martial arts, the contest is determined in a split second, so total mental concentration is essential. In Kendo, for example, before and after each match or training session, it is considered vital to sit in meditation to calm the spirit. Budo is practiced in training halls known as dojo. The name shows how Budo's focus on mental concentration is inherited from Zen meditation. Kyudo is perhaps the most Zen-like Budo. In austere and simple surroundings, archers slowly proceed through a set series of movements. The goal is to eliminate distracting thoughts and reach a state where the mind becomes still. Spectators at a Kyudo event are forbidden to make any noise that might disturb the archer's focus. Since Budo is about more than winning or losing, spectator support is irrelevant. The spirit of fortitude and persistence is essential in all Budo. It may take a lifetime to perfect one's skill. The goal of all Budo training is unification of mind, technique, and physical strength. After achieving a balanced ability to use these three factors, one can advance further on the path to developing and honing the character. The physical training develops a strong body. By competing, we learn how to use the techniques for self-protection. The mental training boosts the strength of both body and spirit. Training with others, their progress helps us, and our progress helps them. The important thing is to always train like this. The spirit of Budo is developed by simultaneously training mind, technique, and physical strength. This is the essence of all Budo.
My mother joined Kyokushin karate when she was young, and I always liked the kung fu movies, so she kind of introduced me into Kyokushin karate.
I was young and I needed something to build self-confidence, and just decided on a martial art. Went looking around and found Kyokushin karate and started training with Sensei Leo in the Langley dojo, and it was an amazing experience, and I've kept with it ever since.
Well, that was my mom. She started me when I was 8 years old, doing karate with her, and stayed with it ever since.
Well, this tournament was our 15th Vancouver Cup tournament. So we are getting more experience in organizing the event. So that part, it's getting easier and easier every year. We are getting used to how to organize the event. But it's always difficult to get the gym packed with the crowd. So try to go around people to people, get the word of mouth out, and so that more people get to know about us and come to the gym. But I think this year it was pretty successful in that too. We had a very strong caliber of the fighters, and also officiating was pretty good. They are all well trained by the brand chief. Also, again, gymnasium was full of spectators. And we put on some demonstrations to showcase the karate techniques. That was good too. And also we brought in this taiko group, Sansho Taiko. They actually put on a really good performance at the opening ceremony. So I think overall it went pretty well. Well, my personal goal is that, again, karate practice requires a student lifetime commitment. So I'm going to keep training hard. And I know I'm getting older, but I don't want to use that as an excuse to stop training. I like to keep him fit so that I can actually show those techniques to my student myself. And for dojo goal, we have right now 3 dojos under our club, but Vancouver is the 3rd biggest city in Canada. So we think that we could use like several more dojos in Vancouver area or maybe Lower Mainland area. So we try to train the instructors so that we can actually open up new dojos in the future.
In karate, the hand is used like a sword. The basic techniques of karate use the hand or fist to strike an opponent. Set sequences of moves called kata practice attack and defense. Training the kata until they become automatic develops one's fighting skills. In addition to striking and kicking attacks, karate teaches defensive techniques to block or intercept an attack. You have to train until you get to the point where you can read your opponent and sense what they're about to do. Once you have that ability, you can control them and apply your technique. Budo training lets us read an opponent's breath, sense their moves before they make them, and then control their actions.
One, this is not enough. If your opponent trying to block this rackhand strike, or if you can't land it, he still have this hand to strike you there. It's too dangerous, right? That's why you go here, and as you make a strike here, you have to pull him in. He no longer can use that hand because he's off balance here. So make sure you go 1, 2, pull, and then strike at the same time. The key here is when you grab something like this, this side is always strong, 4 fingers here. So if John tried to get away by taking this point, putting that way, now I got the strong grip here. But if he actually goes this way here, there's a little gap, and then it's only a thumb, and then you can take it away. There. It's really tough to hang on to it. So he grabs me. I don't want to go this way though. Okay, he's got the whole grip here, right? This side here. You have to go this way here. And then make sure to bring your elbow in. If you let the elbow away, then you can't really, it doesn't work. Keep your elbow in so you can use the entire body for the technique here. And then you have to go sips away here as you use the body movements here and strike back right away. Let's practice that one. So, you know, Senpai is a little bit taller than me. He's got strong grip too. So he grabs me and I'm trying to use the same technique. sometimes it doesn't work because he's got really strong grip. This is when you actually have to use the entire body movement here. You go here. First of all, you have to get away from his. This is the threat. He grabs you. He's intentionally trying to punch you there. You have to get out of his range, right? At least. So he grabs you and then come here. At least he can't reach me. From here, you can't get away. Make sure to bring a knee, elbow in more. And then keep rotating and punch this way. And then you can for sure get away. One more time. Okay? So step back out of his range, but it doesn't work. Using that spinning motion into the technique here. There. Strike right to the spine, sorry. The key here is, again, the elbow. It's not the hand. It's elbow. Okay? Make sure the palm is down though. Do not take the elbow away and trying to go this way. Make sure that the elbow is going towards the partner's elbow. His wrists are bending here. Loosen up the grip. And then using this spinning motion here, and then strike there. Let's practice that movement. The situation is he grabs you and he's trying to pull you. Trying to take you somewhere. And you try and resist. But again, he's heavier and stronger. Chances are you can't really resist. He's gonna try to pull you. Go. Keep on. There. Right? So now come back here, John. Okay, go ahead. You try and resist a little bit, but he's trying to pull back. But he expects you to resist more. Okay? Take that kind of assumption as for your own favor. Advantage. You have to step in, strike like that. So one more time. So he grabs you. Okay? He's trying to pull you. Resist. Go into Zenku Zachi. He doesn't expect this move. Go right close to him. Using arm right to the throat. One more time. So guys holding here your partner's hand, you try and grab his wrist again. And try to pull your partner in. And the other side here trying to resist a little bit. And then go into Zenku Zachi. And using kote, the forearm, strike right to the throat. Let's try.
Goal-wise, I just keep on training and have fun with it. Hopefully get my black belt one day.
It's a good workout, and you learn a lot about respect, and you learn so much about yourself. My goal? I would love to teach, because there's no point in learning something if you can't pass it on. So that is the end goal, to learn as much as I can and pass it on.
It gave me a lot of self-confidence. So I used to be, I don't know, a lot more shy and unassertive when I was younger. So it gave me self-confidence. It built respect and discipline. So never got into a fight, never had any sort of troubles with other people. I can work out conflicts very peacefully. It's built a lot of my character.
What students should learn from the training karate is importance of perseverance. When you are involved in activity like a karate, which requires students for the lifetime commitment, it sometimes gets tough to come to dojo regularly because people are busy. Life gets pretty difficult for students to come here regularly. And sometimes he or she must be away from dojo like a few weeks or a few months or even like a few years. But I just always tell my students to come back to dojo no matter what and keep trying. Truly strong person is not those fighters who win at the tournament yet quit karate altogether afterwards. I think the truly strong person is the persistent and perseveres in the mastering karate.
Go!